I'm at TiEcon 2010, the largest entrepreneurs conference in the world, at the Santa Clara Convention Center. Each year, TiEcon presents exciting entrepreneurial programs that provide focused learning and great networking opportunities. This year's event is sold out. The highlights of this two-day conference are Business Boot Camp and Entrepreneurial Tracks, TiE 50 Winners, Power Connect, and the new event this year is Outer Realm. The evening's entertainment is RDB, Saregamapa singers, and Bay Area dance groups. Let's go inside the convention center and let me take you to the highlights of this event. Hi everyone, I'm speaking to Mark Babbitt. He's one of the exhibitors here at TiEcon 2010. Hi Mark, welcome to SITAARRE.
Hi, thank you.
And how does it feel to have an exhibit here at TiEcon 2010?
It's been terrific today. We've had a good response from both the exhibitors and from the attendees.
Tell me about your company, U-Turn.
U-Turn just launched today, 6 months of development, and we went live at 7 a.m. this morning. U-Turn connects emerging talent, usually college students, with entrepreneurial-driven companies, usually startups.
Are you connected with different universities? Because obviously students are coming from universities. And are you also catering to older students or people that are going through a career change?
Well, actually, good question on all three counts. First of all, the career centers love the concept. They need to place their students. It's part of their graduate process. We had help with from Babson College, University of California, Irvine, University of California, Santa Barbara, and Indiana University have all helped us with the concept.
Great. Well, this is wonderful. I think it's going to be really useful for students and career changers out there. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you, Mark.
Thank you very much.
I'm here with Vish Mishra and Prashant Gulati. Prashant, you're here all the way from Dubai. Can you talk about your experience coming to TiEcon in the Bay Area?
Oh well, this is not my first TiEcon. Like I call myself a TiE junkie, you know, and Vish is smiling, as you can see. Probably my 7th, 8th, or whatever TiEcon, and I find this to be a great place. And when they call this the flagship TiEcon or the flagship event for TiE, it's not wrong by any standards. In fact, this is a place where you find the maximum number of people from maximum number of chapters. In fact, Vish may tell us real numbers, but I think every chapter is represented here. And we have about, 300 odd people from outside the Silicon Valley who come in?
More than that. So yes, every chapter, you know, we are in 13 countries, so every country is represented. Not only that, we have actually another dozen more countries, are represented here. So this is truly a global situation.
TiE members from around the world. Mm-hmm. What is the benefit that they get and you get from them? What is going on with that?
Well, I think Prashant already basically said it. Okay, the TiE's core mission is to promote entrepreneurship. So anybody and everybody who's interested in entrepreneurship, they're the one who get drawn to TiE. And as you said, because entrepreneurship has different connotation in different regions of the world, because you have to confine to the local culture, the local laws, the local systems. But one thing that is still constant is that because unless you take risk, you really cannot, start a company. You cannot venture out on your own unless you, like Deep Nishar, who you heard him say, okay, he said, I come from the family of traders. Yeah. And when he took a job, people said, what happened to you? I mean, for them, it's like a blasphemy. I mean, this is a family tradition. You are going to, go work for somebody else. You should be an entrepreneur, okay? So he's after 10 years of working in the industry, but he now learned I would call the tools of the trade, and then he said, hey, yes, it's in me. It was lying dormant, and let me go back and get started, okay? So I think that's what happens to people. So they come here, especially from the areas where the entrepreneurship is not as active. They really come and they just get inspired. Wow, look at these guys. People out of nowhere can start a company.
When I'm talking to Shaukat Shamin, he's one of the co-conveners here at TiEcon 2010. Hi Shaukat, how's it going so far?
It's going great. We have a lot of people. It's a sold-out conference. Yeah. Our keynote's been pretty amazing. We just had a keynote with Reid Hoffman and Deep Nishar from LinkedIn. And I think the audience really enjoyed getting their perspective from entrepreneurs. And Reid is a very well-known venture capitalist as well. So he shared some of the things he's looking at and give some tips to entrepreneurs on what they should be doing when they're looking for funding and taking the company to the next level. So it was really, really good. The energy is very positive, very exciting. At the middle of Friday, it's great to see that many people hanging out and actually networking and doing business. It's a fantastic feeling.
Hi Martin, tell me about your role here with TiE 50. You're one of the co-chairs of TiE 50, and it was a big deal last year. It's even a bigger deal this year. Tell me about TiE 50.
Yeah, I think I was privileged to chair a TiE 50 Awards last year, which was our inaugural awards. And we had an incredible run at the program, as you all know. And this year, again, I have the good fortune of co-chairing it along with Ram Reddy, who's himself an accomplished entrepreneur, and he's the one who's chairing this program with me. So it was a bigger challenge for us because obviously last year we had close to 1,200 companies from worldwide nominated, and this year we increased by 300%, and we had 3,700 plus companies. And from there to drill down to 287 finalists and the 50 winners is a huge task. And obviously we had an excellent panel of judges, right from experienced executives to serial entrepreneurs to most well-known VCs and domain experts. They all came together to help us drill down, and then now we have the 50 most entrepreneurial companies in the world. And we had representation, I think, from more than 28 countries this year. So it's an amazing thing for us. Tomorrow we have TiE 50 presentations. There we actually give the awards. Today we recognize them in the keynote hall. I should also tell you that it's not just the volunteers. Yes, we get extremely tired, but that's the adrenaline rush in you that puts you out there. But you should also applaud tremendously to the TiE staff. And this year, and from last year, it's all women staff. 4 ladies run by a super lady, Kiran and Devi and Patricia and Harini and Amanda. Amazing job. So we need that support, and it couldn't have happened without the passion in you to do this for a cause.
I'm speaking to Gary Gaba. He's the convener for TiEcon 2010. Hi Gary.
Hi.
It's nice to talk to you today.
Likewise, likewise.
And can you tell me about the keynotes for this conference?
Sure. We kicked off the conference with Anish Chopra, the White House CTO, first CTO to President Obama. And he talked about President agenda on innovation and CTO's role in innovation and sustainable job growth. Very well received. He did a great job. Then we had Visa talking about their journey from a startup to one of the largest payments network on the planet, and how they are helping small businesses grow in this restructured economy. Dr. Reddy, who's a pharma icon, he did a phenomenal job sharing his success formula. He's the guy who's responsible for putting India as a global leader in the generic drug area. We had Reid Hoffman, who's an entrepreneur with a golden touch. He shared his journey, his investment philosophy, and how to grow companies. And today, this morning, we had Sir Martin Sorrell, who's the CEO of WPP, 256 companies, 70 billion in billing, 141,000 employees across 107 countries. And then we had Steve Burrell, who talked about biotech and how the investments are growing in that area. And we talked about the next key thing is how the life expectancy goes up. It was phenomenal. And then we're going to wrap up today with Jeffrey Hazlett, a brilliant marketer and hailed by Forbes as a celebrity CMO. We're all about sharing, inspiring, catalyzing innovation through powerful connections.
Gary, what is your key message for entrepreneurs?
If you think, what has changed, right, from the last year, the economy is on the rebound, optimism is back, and more importantly, the entrepreneurs are leading the charge again. I think that's very critical for the economy to recover at a faster pace. So I think they just need to unleash that entrepreneur out of them, believe in themselves, and just go make it happen.
Well, thank you, Gary. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, likewise, and thanks for covering TiEcon. We'll see you next year.
See you next year.
All right, thank you.